In this video, we are going to focus on the USL1 as a proposal to resolve the top 5 global crises or challenges that challenge both the government level all over the world, worldwide, government level and the NGO levels and the United Nations. They consist of a complete transition to the renewable energy, number one. The second one probably will be a sovereign debt or national debt. Some people put this one on the number one, but basically this is that. And the third one, climate change, whether some of us believe, some of us don't believe, but whatever that is. Number four may be the environmental issue in general. Climate change can be part of intersecting between the environmental issues as well as the transition to the renewable. Number five, I would say, is the post-2015 as a version 2 of the Millennium Development Goals of the United Nations. If you put them all together, it probably may cost like 3 to 5, 6 times, possibly more, of the total global economy, entire world economy at the current time, 2015, put together 4, 5, 6 times. That's a lot of money, and over the next 40, 50 years or so. So it's a serious problem because without the money, let's face it, the world will move around a significant degree with the money flow, and if we cannot raise the budget, there is no fund, no solution either. And the USL1 is trying to focus at least the budget-wise, at least the main challenge and response of this video. And if you put all these global top 5 crises or challenges that the mankind currently is facing right now, and we should continue for the next some decades, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decades probably. All these are put together, and if you redistribute them, let's say in terms of the GDP annually average, right? It looks like for the complete transition for the renewable energy, at least for my calculation, depending on the various studies I've seen, UN data and everything, Greenpeace, etc., seem to be need to be about 3 to 6% more or less of GDP average worldwide should be devoted on it. That's a lot of money, and most countries cannot afford it. And current one we are spending is less than even 1/5 of it. Yeah, so it's possibly 1/10 of it, depending on how you look at it. 1/10, 1/5 of it is, and we have to raise 5, 10 times more than currently spending over the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decades. That's a lot of money. Yeah, and not many people are willing to do that, and most don't. That's one issue. And the sovereign debt, national debt in general, seem to be to pay them up. If again the averaging out, some countries have more, some countries have less, but like 3, 4%, 3, 4, 5%, a little bit seem to be less than the total cost for the complete transition to the renewable energy. And climate change is basically, depending on how you look at it, so there are a lot of intersection with the renewable energy. So can be, I would say, about 0.2, 0.5% of GDP each year. Environmental issues are hard to say because depending on which one to pick. So I'm not going to get into that right now. But in general, overall environmental costs seem to be significantly less than the renewable energy kind of thing. So even if if you're averaging out, like if you have to spend 3, 4%. Or combined together, let's say national debt and the renewable energy alone, 2 of them, each year average 5, 6, 7% of GDP if you have to spend for the next of GDP for worldwide for 30, 40, 50 years, and most cannot afford it, and this is a serious problem. And the USL1 provides a direct answer and a very efficient manner can completely overcome this and to bring us to resolve all these 5 problems and the surplus within the next 10 to 20 years, completely resolving them, average like 15 years plus minus. Within the next 20 years, it was completely. Once the, let's say, initial 3, 4, 5 years of reform time is done, after then, yeah, if you start counting. And that is a very exciting news because for most people, this kind of thing is impossible. Nobody has any idea. At best, they have like a national debt, let's say cancellation of national debt. Well, theoretically, but nobody is willing to do that. In practical sense, it's not going to happen. And there is a significant national debt is interest to keep on going, and the country running into that problem. And the renewable energy, and theoretically, let's go do it, let's do it. But in action, people are all worrying about growing the economy at the same time. worrying about the slowing down the economy. And now USL1 is basically providing only using the 20% of the full capacity of USL, 20%. That alone, this can resolve all the problem. In case there is a hiccup and problem, some minor challenges, USL version 2 comes up, and the 3, 4, 5, 6 is waiting on the line for the much bigger revolution. So this is, by all means, it's a crazy idea, but in my opinion, it's definitely worth trying it. So strongly recommend to all the government officers around the globe and all those top agencies of United Nations, especially UNEP, UNDP, UNIDO, UNDESA, all of them, right? So consider this as serious, and at least open the discussion and start talking about it, because this is a fresh new idea. Nobody even imagined this kind of thing is possible, but here is the offering. Thank you. Let's make noise.